Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of Player versus Team, aka PVT. And y'all know I'm back with my guys. How we doing today, fellas?
What's up?
What's happening? I'm ready.
Hey, well, y'all know how we like to kick off the show. So, Willie, care to start us off?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what we're gonna do, guys, the first thing we're gonna do is our nerd question of the day. Found this on Facebook. Fair, I'll bring it out to the fellas as well as to you guys. One-on-one battles. We're gonna start up top where you see Moo is with Flash and Quicksilver. Who y'all got?
As he stated, the first two, Flash and Quicksilver. Let's go ahead and get into it. I ain't gonna lie right now. I already tell y'all, I'm taking my boy Barry. Or unless we talking about Wally, it don't really matter. But I'm taking.
That's
Flash.
Wally.
That's Wally. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
taking Wally easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm taking the Flash. The Flash has got too many. He learns too many different things he could do with his speed, like the electricity thing, which is a big advantage.
Even with the upgrades Quicksilver got, he still doesn't have any way of beating Barry or Wally. Unless only way he can do that, he would have to lure either one into the Marvel universe. And you saw in Justice League versus Avengers what happened at that point. There's no Speed Force in the Marvel universe, so
Facts.
Flash was completely hampered. Completely hampered.
Right, because the Speed Force is all genetic. Not it's not genetic, but in Marvel, the speed is all genetic right. Alterations. Yeah,
exactly. So when he went over to the Marvel universe, he was hurting. But other than that, that's the only way that Quicksilver will have a chance. And I doubt if Quicksilver will even know that, because these battles are without prep time. So, yeah, I gotta go with the Flash on that one.
There you go. That's very true. That's
Flash,
absolutely
Flash gonna hit that man with lightning. It's over.
All right. Let's go ahead and keep it going.
It'll take a minute though. It'll take a minute because Quicksilver does speed heal too, just like Flash does.
True, that's true. He does have accelerated healing factors. Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, this one here I thought is interesting. Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna. Both have been buffed over time.
Very much so.
But to me, and I don't know what Death Battle figured Zatanna would win when they did this fight, but now, no, I got Scarlet Witch.
Oh, most definitely.
It's tough though, because Zatanna.
It's very tough
because what Zatanna lack in fighting skills, she has been buffed with her magic, so it'll be tough. But I got Wanda.
This might be the hardest one on the list. I'm going to take Scarlet Witch because Scarlet Witch is she's pretty OP for the most part now, like dumb OP. Especially if you whether you take the comic book version of Scarlet Witch or the on-screen version that we see now in the Marvel, she's dumb. She's dumb powered. Doctor Strange had to go into the book he couldn't use, open the third eye, all that just to beat her. And Doctor Strange is supposed to be the best of all of them. Of all of the gatekeepers, he's supposed to be the best. So yeah, I would go Scarlet Witch.
All right, who you got? You got Wanda?
Oh yeah, I got Wanda easily. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay, just even if you manage to kill her, she does go to her own universe, heal, resurrect, come back and beat your ass. That's
exactly, bro. That's the problem. She can go to another universe, chill out, and then probably send a variant or probably send a clone out there to fucking distract you. And then when she's ready to come out, she gonna be like, "Oh, well, time for you to die."
Surprise! All right, next one up. We're going with Thor versus Shazam or Captain Marvel. Who y'all think?
Are we talking current Thor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Thor.
Oh my.
Current Thor, like Thor in the comics.
Oh yes. My gosh.
Oh yeah. Thor.
I almost feel
right
sorry for Billy, bro. Like I almost feel sorry for Billy at this point.
The only thing that Shazam has on him would be speed. That would be it. In terms of power, he can't lay a finger on Thor. He can't lay a finger. And
It's
now
It's
he
not
has
even
and now he has
fair.
a healing factor too.
is Thor that much slower than him though?
He doesn't have this. That's the thing that before he got his healing factor was one of the things that held him up against people like Superman. Was the fact that Superman just had the speed feats over him.
Yeah.
But now with that healing factor, it don't matter. You can speed blitz him all you want.
Yes.
He got an increase in power. He got an increase in power, including the Phoenix Force, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
My
that's
my
too
only
much.
my only thing about Shazam is, and Shazam can split into multiple people if the family's around. Now, could seven it's seven, right? It's seven of them, right? Or is it six?
It's like 5 or 6. It's like 5 or 6 of them.
So
6.
so if they split and it's and it's 6-on-1, that way, do you think Shazam could win?
I still think Thor
No.
just takes his. I still think Thor would just take his hammer, hit the ground. There you go, done.
Also, the store wield both weapons in this fight. If he wields both weapons,
I'm just giving him Mjolnir. That's he doesn't need
He doesn't need
hammer for this.
Stormbreaker.
Huh?
He doesn't need Stormbreaker
at all.
But that's the thing. Like even current, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the reason why I asked. Like current Thor, like not only does he have the Phoenix Force, he has the Odin Force behind him too.
Mhm.
Like we got to remember, this man pulled out both of his eyes so that he can get stronger. So he literally has the force of the cosmics behind him. That's why I was like, bro, I almost feel bad for Billy at this point.
Yeah.
Like speed.
And then he
at this
and then
point,
he pulled out
speed
his eyes, got powerful. And then what happened? Got his eyes right back.
got his eyes back, bro.
Mhm.
Like, come on, dog. Like, that's why I'm like, it's speed. I don't even think speed will matter at this point, bro. Because like when you control the energy of the cosmic, the power of the
Yep.
oh
yeah, no, yeah. I'm just in here playing devil's advocate. I think the better matchup will probably be Helena versus Shazam. But I'm definitely taking Thor. Because Thor absolutely he absolutely learns how to hone his powers even without Mjolnir, and he can he's ridiculous.
powerhouse, bro. That is scary.
I think a better matchup for Billy might be Beta Ray Bill, but even he's OP.
I like that. But
I
yeah,
think
even
Beta Ray Bill might
he's
be the better
OP,
battle.
bro.
Yeah. All right, what we got next?
All right, let's go ahead and
All right, this is gonna be an interesting one. Batman versus Iron Man.
now
Bruce
we do have to
versus
be
Tony.
give the proper context here. That is Batman in the Hellbat suit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you also know a lot of the buffs and a lot of the upgrades that Tony got, and most recently, I don't think the Hellbat will matter. I'm not even gonna lie to
That
you,
Mysterium armor, boy. That thing. Ooh.
bro. That armor is different.
Yep. That armor hit different. And Batman in this one would be out of his element because he has no prep time, number one. And then number two, when you go back and look at how Batman is written, a lot of times he loses that first fight.
He does.
And then he comes back and win the second.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta go in a 1v1 with no prep time. I got Tony all day.
It's always the damn no prep time thing with Batman that annoys me. Fuck all the no prep time. Hey, you pull up to a battle and you win or you lose. That's what we doing.
It's true.
And
valid point, Michael.
I just think, and I'm not saying Tony Stark is better than Batman. Here's the thing about Tony that people that will give Tony the win. Tony will go through every single possible way that he could lose before he even pulls up. Batman will go in cocky a lot like Goku does, and y'all know exactly what I mean. Like, oh, I'm this strong. I can take anybody, and then gets his ass whipped and have to go use a hyperbolic time chamber to get stronger and then come back. And Tony would be like, if he's as smart as me and he's as good as me like everybody else says, well, fuck it. I'm pulling out the Hulkbuster suit and I'm about to bust your ass from the get-go. And Batman think his technology is so good nobody can stand toe to toe with him. That right there would be the difference. I think Tony would not only win this fight if it's 1v1 one time, no prep time, like y'all said, whatever. If he just pull up to a fight, Tony will pull out his strongest shit first, no matter what, because Tony is no nonsense. He ain't trying to fuck around. He's just be like, hey, I got to get the dub. And I think that's where it's going to differ. Batman is going to lose. He's going to.
I don't even think he has to. Like, we all know Tony, right? He's, philanthropist, he's flashy and stuff like that. But when it comes to an encounter and if Bat's got the Hellfire suit or the Hellbat suit on, like, we got to remember, Tony doesn't even have to be in a suit. Like, he is his suits. Every suit that he's ever created, he literally has a mental telepathic control with all of them. So all he has to do is quite literally think about it or even push a fucking button, and he can have 20 suits surrounded that nigga within less than a second. You know what I mean? So, like, that's when I always think about, like, with this matchup. A lot of people don't realize, like, Tony doesn't even have to be in a suit. He can literally be in a remote location, right? He can get transported out of there and have his suits handle his lightweight form.
Hey, you know what? That was the reason. That's exactly the same thing why I brought up with Shazam. Like, if he splits into 5 or 6, what do y'all think then? But that's a good point. And besides, I just think Tony is a cocky individual with other human beings, right?
Most definitely.
But when it's time to fight, he's not cocky no more. He's like, hey, I'm trying to grab every single resource I can to make sure I win this battle. And Moon makes a good point. Tony have all 43 of them motherfucking suits pull up on Batman. Even old Clunker.
Plus another thing too, Batman's gonna have to worry about. That thing's gonna burn through his metabolism and kill him.
Whew. Real quickly. Doesn't have long to wear it.
That's a good point, because Tony had to make a whole separate piece just to make sure he could wear the suit.
That's why Darkseid. That's why when Batman went up against Darkseid whooping that ass
every single time.
Whooping that ass. Even he had a Hellfire suit and everything. Still getting his ass whooped.
Sorry, Batman fans. I know y'all always be like, well, if Batman got prep time. Nope. God damn it.
Batman stands are just unrealistic anyway. Up until what prep time Batman can beat Weiss, Batman can beat Beerus. Man, shut up. Hell no. Batman stands are just so unrealistic.
I know one thing. With prep time, he got his ass beat by Bane. So
Yep, sure did. All right, what we got next, bro?
Also, Tony Stark took on Bucky and Captain America and basically won.
They did. All right, the next one we got Deadpool versus Deathstroke, or Slade, if you want to call him that. This is gonna be it. That's gonna be.
This is the most interesting one. This literally is the most interesting one.
Not for me, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna go with Deadpool, and the reason why I'm going with Deadpool, no matter what Slade does, Deadpool won't die, bruh. He's not going to die, and that's really like the one true thing, because they're a lot similar. They're a lot alike in fighting styles. They're a lot alike in weapon use. It's just that Deadpool can't die.
You can make an argument though that you can cut Deadpool up in pieces and then scatter his parts around to where he can't regenerate.
Yeah, that's true. But with Slade, but with Slade know that. Right. Like Slade would fight him and if they just pull up and start fighting, Slade will fight him straight up one-on-one, and Deadpool will get stabbed and it probably wouldn't affect him. Slade will get stabbed and it will affect him. If Slade take any bullets, it will affect him. And that's the only pushback I have to Deadpool. Now, if you say they fight once and Slade stabs him and Deadpool falls out and he has to wait to revive and stuff, and next time Slade comes with the idea, I'm gonna just chop him up into pieces, then okay. But if we just pulling up straight 1v1, not really knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses, I have to go Deadpool. Because Deadpool can fight more reckless.
I think that is what ultimately gives Deadpool the win.
Mhm.
Is he's unpredictable. Anytime you read Deadpool comics, the reason why he comes out on top is because he's unpredictable. That was probably literally the reason why it was the one to beat Taskmaster, right? Is because Taskmaster knows it's supposed to telegraph your moves, and after he learns your moves, he uses them to beat you. Can't do that with Deadpool because
no.
too much to talk about. So
And people,
I think ultimately that is what gives him the advantage, other than the fact of, well, shit, the nigga can't die. So shit, even if you fucking cut his head off, he's gonna sit there and talk shit to you with his head cut off. So
I would like to also point out that people don't understand. Although Deadpool plays around and he's funny and he breaks the fourth wall and he's a comedian, Deadpool is smart as shit when it comes to fighting, bro. He will take a sword to the stomach, close range, to slice somebody's head off. He will. He knows what he's doing. He know he can't die. Slater get close, stab him in the stomach, and think he's one. Deadpool slice his head off.
I got a little bit of a different take. I think Deathstroke Slade is the better fighter per se. But I think the problem he relies too much on his training. That's how Ra's al Ghul's daughter killed him and was able to take his heart out, and he had to get a new body.
This is true.
So I think he relies too much on his training. He himself will be very predictable. And the Pitchfork version you get, sometimes that healing factor don't work the way it should. So yeah, I gotta go with Deadpool on that one. But it'd be a good fight.
I think, for sure.
Like, I would love to see
great fight. It'd be a great fight. All right. Yep, there we go. All right. Superman versus Sentry. I've said it on this show once. I'll say it on this show again. Fuck Superman. I got Sentry. Fucking. You mean to tell me, and Moo, you know what I'm talking about. This Joker, not too long ago, in certain situations, created a Susanoo. A freaking Susanoo. Bruh. They made him so OP, time and space didn't even matter to him anymore. He said it against Lex Luthor when they fought. Time and space doesn't matter to me anymore. They've been making Susanoos. Bruh. Fuck that dude. Give me Sentry. Sentry got issues, don't get me wrong, but give me Sentry.
Well, I'm always biased against Superman, so I'm also taking the Sentry.
I am taking Sentry because Sentry can do matter manipulation, and that is going to fuck things up big time for Superman. And Sentry is still the same straight. And one thing I will always say, and people don't necessarily agree with this, but I don't care because I have went back in time and read Superman comics. All Sentry has to do is take Superman away from Earth and away from the sun, and he will beat it's just like Kryptonite. He will beat the dog shit out of Superman. He will beat the dog shit out of Superman if there's no Earth sun. He will beat him easily. It's not close. Come on, man. It's just...
If there's no yellow sun, if there's no yellow or blue sun, he's cooked.
Especially put that nigga on the moon and beat his ass.
Yeah, he's walked. He's as good as walked for sure.
Yep. He is cooked. All right, this to me was the most interesting one. And granted, I'm putting my personal animus aside because I am not the biggest Brie Larson fan. But we're not talking about MCU Captain Marvel with her flat ass. We are talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We are talking about Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers in the comics versus Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing that pisses me off about Wonder Woman, and you'll know this too.
Mm-hmm.
She gave up so much power in her time in the comics. There's been so many different forms of Wonder Woman, but this is just going to be the Wonder Woman that we know now. Mm-hmm. And we're not talking about any other form. Because if you look at them other forms, then you got to give Captain Marvel binary, to be fair. So we're just looking straight up as they are right now. And all intents and purposes, as strong as Marvel wants Captain Marvel to be, I got Wonder Woman. I got Diana.
If we talking at like Willie said, as right now, because like he said, there have been a lot of different variations of Diana, a lot of different variations of Wonder Woman, just a lot of different depictions of her powers and what she can actually do. But if we're talking current, if we're talking right now, what she can do right now with the power of the gods and how she's literally immortal, like not even like technically immortal, not kind of immortal. She's literally immortal. Like literally was found frozen in space, floating in space. They thawed her out and she woke up.
Yep.
She literally cannot die.
Yep.
That shit. So if we're talking on that, man, I'm taking Diana, especially if she got the sword and the shield, no bracelet. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Too much. That's just too much. That's just too much. That's just too much.
I'm torn. Right? I'm torn. And not because and not for the reason y'all think I'm torn. Right? I'm torn because everything y'all said was absolutely valid, right? The sword, the shield, all that, the super strong, whatever, the bracelets, whatever. Look, I'm torn because I don't think none of those will make the difference. Let me tell you what will make the difference. The one thing that would make the difference in this fight is that Wonder Woman can actually fight. That's the one thing that's going to make a difference in this fight. Is Wonder Woman can fight.
I'm not gonna lie.
She has trained in the Amazon forest, learned how to fight. She got sword skills. She got hand-to-hand combat. She know how to use it. She know how to use the lasso and lasso. Wonder Woman is so skilled and just as strong. She will win just because she can fight. She don't need the bracelets. She don't need the sword. She don't need the. I mean, she might need the shield just in case Captain Marvel try to hit her with a blast. But she's strategically trained in running an army of Amazonian women. She's strategically trained in how to fight in hand-to-hand combat. She's strategically trained in sword combat. Like that's all we need right there. She will mop the floor with Captain Marvel just because she can fight, bro.
And people forget
he's cooking right now.
And people forget how old Wonder Woman is. She's
the experience.
Old.
Yeah.
And
this is an easy wash.
And she was whooping Superman's ass.
Yeah, she laid them hands because Superman can't fight.
Nope. Oh,
bitch,
she was trying to teach him a little something. He couldn't even retain it.
That dude arm.
When Batman uses the kryptonite, when Batman uses the kryptonite and brings Superman down to human form, and you're not super strong no more, you can't do shit because you have no skills in fighting.
Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul, Batman, Damon, fucking Robin, and bro, she done pose with the best of them, and she like
Damien the truth. I don't care what Damien is the truth.
And as far as Superman being weakened by kryptonite goes, that's why the whole Supermobile was created.
Yep.
I mean, let's just think about it. Superman got his ass whooped by a bald head guy, and I can't think of his name right now. His rival, Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor used kryptonite and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, Doomsday beat his ass with that.
Doomsday could fight, and Doomsday beat the crap out of him.
Yep.
Well, you gotta think about it. Darkseid done pulled up on Superman and packed him out plenty of times.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's honestly not forget, bro. Let's honestly not forget. Bro gets walked by his cousin almost on a daily. Like Kara done put the paws on Superman.
Yes, because Kara learned how to fight. Superman didn't.
No, that's not the reason why. That's because you gotta remember one thing with Kara. Kara's younger.
Of course.
Kara in Current Comics is only 16.
Okay, so
she ain't grown.
But
the only reason why she beats him, is because she doesn't hold back. Superman holds back. Kara don't hold back.
Okay,
she don't give a damn.
So okay. On the flip side, let's say Kara doesn't hold back and Superman doesn't hold back. What will set them apart is Kara can actually fight
Carl will
because
actually.
she did take training on how to fight too.
The
Oh,
only
shit.
thing I think Carl will win that fight. And the only reason why I think Carl will win that fight is because if you look at it genetically, and Batman has said this,
Oh yeah.
she may take in more sun than he does.
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
no,
So-
that's a fact. We all know genetically, Kara is stronger than Superman because of her ability to absorb more of the yellow sun radiation.
Mhm.
And because she doesn't hold back, and also because she's trained extensively with Diana, with Batman, etc., etc. Yeah, no, it's
Hey, pause.
It's actually crazy how much people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Crazy answer right now. That does not mean for you women out there to think you are genetically stronger than men.
Facts.
You are not Kara. Let's
Facts. You are not Carl Danvers.
If you ain't bodybuilding, you ain't Kara.
we're just gonna leave it there. But yeah, no, I just don't think that Soups is I just don't think that because even with Carol's most recent power-ups, right? Like her control of the cosmics, her being able to tap into her cosmic power and being able to unleash more cosmic energy. I still don't even that it doesn't even help, honestly. Like it's
So we got the last one. But back to the original question. Yeah, I'm definitely taking Diana.
Yeah, that's just too much. There's too much. Last one, and you can't really tell it if you don't know it. That's Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
But
New
Doctor
suit.
Strange versus Dr. Fate.
The source
That's a tough one.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna sit out on this one because I don't know a lot about Dr. Fate. So I'll take a backseat to this one. Let y'all do your I don't know too much about Dr. Fate.
I got Dr. Fate, and the only reason why I got Dr. Fate, he's like a magical Superman, but a better Superman. That's the only reason why I think he wins that. If they get into a fight, Stephen Strange is trying to depend on spells. If Dr. Fate really wanted to, he can go that route, or he can end it quickly with his superior physical strength. Because that's the only thing about Doctor Strange. He has
Another thing right there.
He has a physical body. And you saw what Dr. Fate can do even with a half helmet. So I got to give it to Doctor. Nothing against Strange, because I like Doctor Strange, great character, but I got to give it to Dr. Fate in a one-on-one.
This one.
Let me move before you go. Is Dr. Fate the one in Shazam?
Shazam. He showed up in Shazam and Black Adam. Yes.
Yep.
I'm in Black Adam. The one with the helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one Pierce Brosnan played.
Yeah. I'm going Dr. Fate. Yeah. Fuck all that. For shit sure.
And nothing against Strange. It's just
nothing against Strange.
And nothing against Strange. It's just the fact that he solely depends on spells.
He's a
Dr.
magician.
Fate really wanted to kick his ass, he could do it because he has a physical body.
The only problem I have with Doctor Strange, as we all know, is his will to not be able to do what, like, he kind of suffers from that Batman syndrome, right? Like, I'm gonna do enough to kind of like stop you, but like not necessarily kill you. Like, I don't think we all know that Evil Strange, he's the one who's going to take it over to the top, right? He has that alter ego. But regular Steven, because he was a doctor, he's always looking at a way to kind of save somebody's life or kind of redirect them or kind of, use his skill in order to save a life, right? So even when he doesn't perform magic with spells and he's essentially just relying on his natural ability, it's still more of, I'm going to try to stop you so that I can reason with you to save you, because he still has that doctor, he still has that kind of like savior complex syndrome. And you can even read this in the comics, like he admits this himself, like that's the reason why a lot of the times he gets gotten over on, right, i.e. Scarlet Witch, is because he tried to like reason with her, try to save her instead of just trying to like take her out initially. So when it comes to Mr. Kent Nelson, right? Dr. Kent Nelson, right? We have to understand that it's not just the physical body that is Dr. Fate. Like, he is Dr. Fate, yes, but the entire entity of Nobu, of freaking all the other aliases and all the other people reside in the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you take out the person that was wearing the helmet, he can just choose another host, right? So essentially, that's the reason why it's hard, because Dr. Fate isn't just one person. You know what I mean? Like, he's multiple entities and multiple different factions. And when it comes to that, the power level is different. The ability is different. The different levels of magic is different. So he's too much of a wild card to really put a finger on it, to be like, oh yeah, well, that's the Kent Nelson that I'm gonna face. So I know how to beat him. Nah, because you really don't know which version you're gonna get. You can have the nice, cool, laid back Dr. Kent, right? Dr. Fate, right? You can also get the crazy, maniacal, I'm ready to kill everybody in the world, Dr. Fate.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you can also have the Doctor Strange that has no reason for killing too.
Also
right?
true.
And a lot of people didn't like what is it? No Way Home, because when Spider-Man suggested saving all these people that came into the universe, Doctor Strange is like, absolutely not. Send them niggas back home, and if they die, they die.
Oh yeah.
And so, but no, I still think that I'm definitely taking Dr. Fate. Just they both have their sides to where it's just like no nonsense. You know, but
both of them are insanely powerful. Do not get me wrong,
definitely.
but I just think that because Dr. Fate has that strength.
If Dr. Fate puts
Too much.
one hand on Doctor Strange, it is over, bro. Like, it's done. Like, done.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we talking about Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate was fought the Spectre and more than held his own against the Spectre. How you, man?
Trying to tell you.
And we all know how incredible powerful the Spectre is.
Literally a walking or floating cheat code. I shouldn't say walking, because that nigga never walked.
Yup.
Like he's a lazy
Unlike
bastard.
Kratos from God of War. His joker flies. Fuck Kratos. Everybody keep calling him a god. He ain't no god. Go back and go back and play the games. He either to win his battles, he either had help or he had a weapon.
Hey man, Hercules wasn't a god either, but here we are.
I'm just saying.
Hercules wasn't a god.
If you look at Kratos, if you look at Kratos,
Hercules kind of a demigod though, right?
True.
Half god, half human.
Demigod. But if you look at Kratos though, he can't teleport. He can't fly.
Kratos was just a swole dude, bro. That's all
he was. That's all he was. A swole dude. And if you count him as a god, he's a great value god. He's the Walmart god. That's what he is.
So
don't do
basically,
no, don't do that. No, don't do that. That's a disrespect to Walmart. He more Clover Valley Dollar General brand. Don't do that.
So basically, what y'all saying is Kratos ain't nothing but a buff nigga with an anger complex.
He ain't nothing but the Rock.
Oh,
understand.
He ain't nothing but go look at the dude. Man. I ain't never.
I'm not gonna say he is.
I ain't never seen somebody get his ass whipped so much, and he talking all that shit.
Kratos is Mark Henry, dog.
Yeah, that's better.
He's Mark Henry.
Yeah, that's better.
World's strongest man. Like he's like Krillin in Dragon Ball Z. World's strongest man, but can't do shit with the aliens.
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. That's accurate as hell.
Yep. And go back and, like I said, go back and look at all his fights.
Krillin will wax every human on planet Earth. Every single pure blood human, Krillin will wax them on planet Earth.
I'll make a case that Krillin can beat Omni-Man.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll make a case that Yamcha could beat everybody in the Naruto universe, but we don't need to go there.
Oh, we ain't going there because that's too true. That's too true.
Yeah. We're not gonna go.
We're disrespecting my boy Yamcha.
And T Ain't can wax everybody in Naruto too.
Yep.
Chaozu's the only one left that probably
our
could.
next today.
That's a different show. That's a different show
Look, that's
entirely.
another show for another time. We're not gonna have a Naruto fan base at our neck because we all know how they come.
Will do it. They will do it.
They come in droves. Okay.
The Destructo disc is stronger than anything they do in Naruto. I don't even want to hear that shit.
Oh man.
That's true.
All right, fellas.
It's all true. He ain't lying.
I mean, he's
He
not.
ain't lying.
No lies told.
No
lies told.
And all they gotta do is say it one time. He ain't gotta repeat it. He ain't even got to say it.
Just gotta say, like I tell people all the time, Krillin had his potential unlocked by Guru on Namek. That's all you need to know. That's it.
Yep. If they would have written him better, you would have saw all that potential, but they didn't write him for shit.
Yeah, they wrote him to lose to everybody, which is other than Garlic Jr. In Garlic Jr. Saga, he shines in Garlic Jr. Saga.
My boy cooked in the Garlic Jr. Saga.
He did cook.
He even cooked and turned him into power too. Just because people forget, like, he might not be as strong as Goku, and that's exactly why Gohan lost. He might not be as strong as Goku, but he has the same amount of years of experience in martial arts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. That's facts. That's facts.
Let's get on to this PK subbing.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Y'all know what it is, man. Before we get to the meat and potatoes, first and foremost, that was our nerd segment of the day. If you guys want more of that, make sure you tune in to the Geek Outlet podcast on Saturday with my boy Will. We got some fire ass content over there. All things gaming, nerds, geeks, comics, anime, etc.
I can't do it. I'm sorry, Will. I can't do it. I'm not a big enough nerd. I cannot do that one. Y'all gonna start talking about some shit and be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna catch y'all later. In sports, I got you.
All right. Now, but like I said, before we get to the meat and potatoes of everything, the reason why we're here, I just got a question for you fellas. As we watch the All-Star Weekend pass, they're already starting to throw out new ideas about how to make it better and how to improve All-Star Weekend, which is what the next subject is kind of about. But before we get there, I want to ask you guys personally what you guys think that the NBA can do to better All-Star Weekend.
Make the All-Star game mean something, kind of like MLB did. And bring it back, and then you need to bring back East versus West. I'm tired of all this Team Shaq versus Team Tuck bullshit. Bring it back to where it's East versus West and make it count for something. I realize some people do like it. People might think it's fun to do a Team Shaq versus a Team Chuck, but I'm old school. I love to see the East versus the West and make it mean something. Maybe home court in the finals or something like that to that effect. Make it mean something. Make it mean something.
Oh, Willie, I'm happy you said that, because when I said that on Basket to Basket, all three of these niggas shut me down. Every single one of them. They was like, Troy was like, they don't need no more incentive. Moo was like, I don't think they need no more incentive either. But you know what? I said MLB used to do that. The team that won in the East versus what is it?
National versus American League.
National versus American got home field advantage because it made it competitive. You wanna do something that's gonna hurt? Do that. Because the people who have an actual chance are probably the starters, and they're going to compete at the end of the game to get this dub. And they're going to compete all through the game to get this dub. But since they shot that down the first time, and I don't want to reiterate what you said, how about this? Okay. Let's go with the teams. The team that wins is the only team to get fucking paid. That's it.
For me too. That worked for me too.
That's something I just came up with. If you're the West All-Stars and you lose to the East, you don't get a bonus for making the All-Star team. You don't get paid.
Money talks.
At all.
I like that.
You don't get paid at all.
I like that.
Let's do that. If the West wins, the East don't get paid at all. Because they make too much money during the season already for it to matter about the money. But if I sit there and say, you got to work without getting paid, and the only way you get paid is if you win, oh, you best believe. You best believe. Let's do that, and let's see who's hungrier out there to get paid.
Yep.
If the prize is 2 million per person per team for you winning, all the way down to the bench, your 12th man on the bench is going to want to get buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that. Let's try that one. Only the winning team gets paid. As far as all-star dunk contest, you can't do nothing about. You can't really do nothing about the dunk contest. It's damn near impossible. The 3-point I think the 3-point contest is absolutely fine. There's no way to revamp it. There's no way to do nothing else to the 3-point contest. I mean, it's either you gonna make shots or you gonna miss. There's no creativity in the 3-point contest. None. I think the 3-point contest is the most consistent contest on All-Star Weekend, and it will always be a fan favorite. I mean, the only other way I can see it making sense is making it USA versus the world.
America versus the world.
Right. And I think it would make it more competitive on the world side because the world isn't as deep in the NBA as the US is in the NBA. The US, you can probably go 14, 15 people deep before you start saying, like, maybe he's borderline. Maybe he's borderline. But, like, you got Kyrie, Harden.
But can you see that world starting lineup, though?
Yeah, see, okay, but here's my argument to that, and this is and somebody posted on Facebook today, and I wanted to bring it up on the show, and this is my perfect time. It was like, Mike James recently won Euro MVP, and he got drafted. I think it was like 2013 or 14 or something like that, and he won Euro MVP. And it was like, but y'all are saying it's harder for USA players to play in Europe, and I'm like, it kind of is because the game is more physical. It's a different type of game that you're not used to. These dudes don't play one-on-one, not even a little bit. But what the world is missing, right? Yeah, you got Giannis, you got Jokic, you got Luka, but outside
SGA.
of those SGA, but outside of those, you don't have mid-tier stars in the NBA from the world.
True.
You have the top stars from the world, and then you have the lower players.
Yeah, they're top heavy.
And I think the USA is so stacked with mid-tier stars in this era right now. Because when you get out your starting five for the USA and you got a starting five for the world, it starts to get a little tricky because the USA can stack up on players that deserve all-star nominations, whether they make it or not.
Right.
The world starts to fall off a little bit. But can you imagine the world winning and USA being embarrassed?
You see that happening with the start. I can see that happening with that starting lineup they can put out there.
You lose to Bogdanovich.
Jokic.
You lose to, well, those are the top sets. I'm talking about just the mid-tier, the middle ground. You used to Bogdanovich. You lose to Thanasis. You lose to. I'm just saying because I'm just saying because what you have is the world is top heavy, and the world probably take the world versus the USA in the top 10 players in the world is probably 5-5. It's right about even.
Yeah.
But outside of the top 10, if you do the 5-5 on both teams, the next 5 on the probably the next 7 on the USA could in the NBA could make it if they were on either team. Right. The next after the top 5, probably the next 15 players, 10 out of the 15 players or 11 out of 15 players would be all USA players that you would take next.
Right.
So, I mean, either you go USA versus world or you just don't pay the people that lose. Right. And if you don't pay the people that lose, I think that's probably the way to go.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like. I mean, now that there's some validity to the home court advantage thing, right? Like, I think if you're able to work it out in a way that makes sense, I'm not gonna lie, that'll definitely bring some incentive to it, right? Because we all know how important home court advantage is when it comes to champions in a championship environment. But when it comes to the incentive of not getting paid, right, or even I like the idea of USA versus world, right? Because we have a lot of talks, especially now with, oh, well, the rest of the world is catching up and the
Yes.
Europeans are starting to play better basketball than the Americans and blah, 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 and all the stuff like that. This would be the perfect time to kind of show like, well, this is it, right? If you lose to the Europeans, then of course, not only do they get bragging rights, but they get the big payday, right? And this would be something that'll be really talked about amongst not just basketball fans everywhere, but just a lot of casual fans because we understand what happened in the Olympics, right? Steph Curry goes nuclear, he causes Serbia to lose. So imagine during All-Star weekend, Jokic, Bogdanovic, like Michael was saying, because they're both Serbian, they played on the same team. Freaking like just a lot of the mid-tier guys, DeMontis Sabonis, they all get together and
Sabonis is a good one. I forgot about Sabonis.
They all go in and they beat Team USA and they get not only the bragging rights, but they get the payday and they make it like an NBA Cup kind of format to where they get like a trophy or whatever the case may be. Like that isn't going to sit right with all the Americans because they're going to feel like, oh, well, now they think that not only have they caught up because there's still a lot of American basketball players, still a lot of veterans, still a lot of guys that don't play in the league no more, that don't feel like the Europeans have caught up. And they're going to feel like not only have they caught up, but some people are going to push the narrative that they surpassed them. So I think when you play that kind of concept, right, and even when it comes to the money part, because a lot of people like these, like Micah said, the money doesn't matter. These niggas is getting $300-400 million fucking contracts and shit. So the money obviously doesn't matter to them. But if you tell niggas that they got to pull up because the fans voted for him, like this is a fan voted thing, so the fans want to see him. So if you tell them that you got to pull up, and hey, if you don't win, nigga, you're not getting paid, that might bring some attention too. But I think it's just the shit talk, the vitriol, the back and forth, the I got you this time that would come from the USA world kind of thing, right? Like take it back to baseball, right? When you had Japan versus USA. Right?
Oh yeah.
You had Shohei in the final and bottom of the night, final batting matchup with freaking his teammate Mike Trout. Like at that point we know it. We know the money that Mike Trout's making. We know the money that Shohei's making. But at that point, the money don't goddamn matter, bro. This is one of the best pitchers in baseball going against one of the best hitters in baseball.
You're gonna sit there and be like, I'm winning because I'm walking out with my team winning money.
Yeah, exactly. I'm winning because at the end of the day, I got to see this nigga in practice later on this year, and I know he gonna be talking shit. That's exactly what Shohei did, right? He pulled up back to Angels practice right before he got traded. Boop, I got the trophy, right? I'm wearing the medal. Yeah, nigga, we won. You feel me? Not only did I get the payday, but look, check this out. You feel me? You remember this? Yeah, struck your ass out. Like on national television, right? So just imagine a Jokic pulling back up on Russell Westbrook, his teammate. Freaking Jamal Murray, right? Who went off for fucking 50 the other night, right? Pulling up on
even Aaron Gordon too. I'm not down.
Even Aaron Gordon,
yeah.
Pulling up on them niggas at practice, like setting that motherfucker up right there at the bench. Yeah, look at my trophy. Yeah, whooped you niggas ass in the All-Star break because you niggas suck. You feel me? Yeah, me and all my European niggas, because European basketball has not only caught up to American basketball, but we pass you niggas because we better at basketball. Because like they say, our version of basketball that we've been playing since we were 15, 16 is harder than your version of basketball. So I feel like we're better. You imagine them niggas pulling up with all kind of different trophies and what?
Bro.
Oh yeah, them niggas are fit, bro.
If Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Wemby, and Luka all pull up and be like, we shitting on y'all. Oh boy.
What? They gonna be in the locker room tripping, like, oh, okay, wait till next year. Yeah, wait till next. And you got to think about it. If you put it in like a one game kind of format fashion to where it has to be competitive, ain't no we get multiple games. Nah, we get one game, bro. They gonna have to save that energy for next year. Yeah, nah, nigga, you better have your best season next year, bro. Because if you ain't out an All-Star weekend, nah, you can't run away from that.
And by the way, just to let y'all know, for people out there, this will go under the radar. Because of the new rules that Donald Trump made about if you're born on a military base outside of the U.S., you're not considered an American. Kyrie Irving would actually get to play with the world because he was born in Australia.
Born in Australia.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And you know he want to shoot. We know the energy that Kyrie brings. Shoot, he pulled up to Brooklyn Nets practice and dropped off James Harden and was talking shit the whole goddamn time. So like, I mean, and that's the reason why I'm saying like even outside the money, even outside of a home court advantage kind of thing, just that pure shit talk competitive nature, that I feel like that would bring back the competitive nature. I'm watching the Suns Antonio, the Suns Spurs right now, right? Bodan Bogdanovic just got a strip on De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox had a whole problem with it, right? Trying to go back at his head. Just imagine that competitive nature, right? Just going back and forth in the locker room or somebody talking shit because, hey, we bust your ass All-Star weekend, bro. Nigga, 30 you niggas.
I feel like I should at least go down some kind of list to let y'all know how many players were born on the other side of the world, right? Like I said, Giannis, Luka, Nikola, Joel Embiid, Rudy Gobert, Kristaps Porzingis, Pascal Siakam, SGA,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Al Horford,
Yep.
Alperen Sengun, Domantas Sabonis,
Yep.
Jonas Valanciunas, Victor Wembanyama, Franz Wagner. That alone right there, it's a formidable 9-10 players
Mm-hmm. That's
alone.
a good team.
And then if you let Kyrie play with the world because he was born in Australia, right there you got solid 11. Who's guarding Victor Wembanyama in the U.S.? Who's guarding Jokic in the U.S.? Right. Who's guarding Embiid in the U.S.? I think people need to understand that this world versus USA thing is getting crazy. And
disgusting.
Oh my God, bro! Both both of them, both Bogdanovic, Steven Adams, Nikola Vucevic, right? These are man. The world is stacked, and if they made it world versus USA, it would be fair.
It will be.
Like Giannis, top 20 player, Luka, top 20 player, Nikola, top 20 player, Rudy Gobert, arguably a top 20 player. Nowadays, not for me, but somebody could argue that. Joel Embiid, top 20 player. Pascal Siakam, easily top 50. Lauri Markkanen could be somewhere in the top 50. SGA, top 10 player. Matter of fact, fuck that. Top 5 player. Sabonis, probably about a top 25, top 30. Alperen Sengun, top 50. Yeah. Bojan Bogdanovic, top 50. Al Horford in his prime was probably a top 30, top 40 player. Clint Capella. Like, man, Jamal Murray was born in Canada, too. I don't think people don't understand that. We have a lot of players, and which I fuck with because a lot of people just see black and they just see black, okay?
Right.
I fuck with it. You know, it's like, he's black. I don't give a damn if he's from Canada, if he's from Europe, if he's from France, it doesn't even matter. That nigga is black. Right. So I do mess with that part, but it would be very interesting to see if you do USA versus world or if you do losing team doesn't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know if there's one thing a rich man likes more than being famous is more money.
More money.
More money.
More money. That brings us, fellas, to our next discussion. Now, we had somebody that had some very choice words for the NBA players and their All-Star weekend. I don't know if anybody, well, I know a lot of people don't really pay attention to hockey, but here we do watch hockey. I was actually watching the Four Nations Championship a little earlier before I turned to this game. They got the Team USA, Team Canada. If you know from what cracked off the other night,
9 seconds, 3 fights. That's all you gotta know.
3 fights, baby. You know what I mean?
That's some Blades of Steel shit.
3-1.
3-1. You know what I'm saying? So it gets intense, and PK has some very intense words. Speaking on the fans, speaking on ticket sales, speaking on energy, right? Something that he said was when a lot of them when they show up, they don't just show up for the fans. They show up for the person beside them. They show up for the team, for their teammate in their locker room, right? And that speaks volumes, right? Like they don't just go out and play hard for themselves. They don't just go out and play hard for the money. They go out and play hard for the person next to them, no matter what the night is, no matter what the day is, no matter what the situation is, right? So it goes beyond, right? It goes beyond a certain level of intensity. And like he even said, like, it doesn't matter if it's an all-star game. It doesn't matter if it's just a regular pickup game. It doesn't matter if it's a regular exhibition game. Like you guys get paid enough money to go hard, right? Like he brought up a point and said, if I'm paying you 50 years, $300 million, 50 years, and I need your best 10 years, right? No matter the situation, no matter the time period. So I think that speaks volumes. And what he's essentially saying, if you're reading between the lines, is that what he's saying is that in the NHL, they don't need extra incentive to stay competitive, right? No. They don't need an extra, oh, we'll give you this, or we'll change we'll tweak it this way, we'll do that. Nah, they're like, bro, any opportunity to go out here with my brothers and play a game that I love against somebody else, against an opponent, I'm with it. I have that competitive nature. I have that competitive fire, right? And you're just looking at this game from today. We've seen how competitive it was. USA versus Canada. Canada ended up winning in the championship. But seeing the fights, right? Seeing the competitive nature, seeing the energy, seeing the shit talk, seeing the back and forth, the competitive, all the competitive fire. And at the end of the day, end of the game, center ice, shaking hands. Like, that is what people want to see. When we have Ja Morant looking at the dunk contest and he's kind of getting antsy, he's like, hold on, bro. Like, you got this dude who's not even in the league, really. Like, showing out on All-Star weekend. Like, that's our job as superstars. So I kind of like that, you know, they bringing in all these irrelevant guys in the dunk contest and in the three-point contest, because it's making the guys that like are known like, wait a minute. What the fuck? What kind of work these niggas done put in, bro? Like, these niggas just can jump high and they can just show up and be a name and they get all the vitriol, they get all the energy. Nah, bro. Like, I put in all this work, bro. Like, I'm one of the best. Like, that type of energy to bring out the stars, bring out the guys that we want to see compete. It's not just the fact that, oh, well, we want to see, you know, all of our favorite athletes compete against each other. It's like, nah, bro, we want to see them compete at a high level as well. So when it comes to the old school, right, the East versus the West, that's the reason why a lot of guys liked it, because it was an East versus West kind of thing. They brought that East versus West competitive nature. Oh, well, it's an East versus West kind of thing. All right, well, who's better? Who got the better conference outside of the finals? Who got the better conference right now? Which conference got the better players, right? So, like, that's what the energy, and that's what I got from what he was saying on First Take and during his interview. He's just like, bro, like, we don't need any kind of extra incentive to go hard, bro. Like, I'm going hard for not only the fans that pay a lot of money to come see us, but I'm going hard for my brother. I'm going hard for the coach. I'm going hard for everybody in this locker room, and I don't need any kind of extra nothing to make me go harder, because I love this game and this is what I signed up to do. And outside of the money, I love going hard because I love being competitive. And I think that's what the NBA has got away from. You know, a lot of guys want to be friends. A lot of guys want to play together. A lot of guys want to do this and do that. And there's not enough guys that's going to walk into a locker room, like we were saying a few weeks on Basket to Basket, like, hey, lace them up, gang. I'm going to give you 50 tonight. It's going to be a tough day for you, right? Hey, I don't know who guarding me, bro. Who's guarding me? Yeah. Hey, big dog, it's going to be a long night for you, man. You feel me? Like, just that type of competitive nature. But, like, at the end of the day, being able to shake hands and be like, yo, this is basketball. This is sports, right? KG talks about how his teammate was talking shit to Mike, and Mike is like,
J.R. Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
What? No,
right.
What? J.R. Ryder wasn't talking shit. KG talked shit to Mike, and Mike lit J.R. Ryder ass up.
Because he was like, bro, I got to guard this nigga, bro. You don't got to guard this nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Why you talking to someone? You talking shit, nigga, and I got to guard this nigga. He cooking me for 50 right now, bro. Be quiet. You feel me? Like, that type of shit, bro. But at the end of the day, you feel me? Mike coming back at him, right? When he's already going off for 35, like, well, y'all done talking shit? Wait a minute, what happened? I was having fun. I'm just getting started. That type of competitive nature is what we want, bro. We don't want the niggas who, oh, well, team Shaq and team this, and oh, well, you got Steph and LeBron on the same team, and oh, LeBron's not playing, so now you got, nobody want to see that shit, bro. We want to see Steph and LeBron play against each other. Those are the greatest times in the finals. We want to see Steph and fucking KD go against each other, nigga. Like, that's the shit that we want to fucking see now, right? So, like, it's just bringing back that competitive nature, fellas. But overall, what did y'all think of what he had to say? And do you think that the NBA is going to take any heat to it? DJ, I'm gonna start with you.
I fucked the PK on this one. PK was absolutely right. Here's my only pushback though. Part of the problem is the Western Conference has been a dominant conference for so long, right? They always say it would even back out or whatever, but if you go back to the 90s going into the up until now, the West is pretty much dominated. The West is pretty much dominated and won probably 90% of all-star games.
Yeah.
But that's not going without saying that there were some close ones, there were some competitive ones, there were some ones the East fought and won, especially 2001 and 2001 and 2003 is probably peak all-star game when Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury, T-Mac, VC, they went crazy. And then, of course, 2003 was Jordan's last all-star game, and we saw Kobe and Jordan going at it. We saw Allen Iverson and Kobe going at it. We saw VC and T-Mac and them boys going at it with Tim Duncan and all of them. I think, and I've said this before on Bastard Basket and Moo, you can attest to this, a lot of these guys played with each other growing up. And I absolutely hate it's like, well, if you go off, I'm going to let you go off. You let me go off. You know what I'm saying? I know I can get buckets, and I'm going to let you get buckets, so let me get buckets too. Bruh, part of the problem right now in the NBA is that I think they fail to realize anybody on a roster down to the 15th man on a roster can get hot any night and go crazy. I saw James Harden go ice cold and Corey Brewer and Josh Smith against the Los Angeles Clippers get absolutely hot and bring us back to win Game 5. And then we go on to win Game 6 and Game 7 after being down 3-1 to the Clippers in Houston. I saw that. I saw Steve Nash and the Suns come back being down 3-1 to the Lakers when Kobe was there. And Kobe felt like, man, nobody else is contributing. And he took a layback and he didn't take a single shot in Game 7 after halftime. I saw all that. You know what I'm saying? I think I just don't think these guys have competitive bones because it's too easy to get the bag now. Charles Barkley was right. Charles Barkley said at one point, if you're the 15th player on the bench, you can get up to $2 or $3 million. What are you playing for? You're not playing to try and stay relevant. You're not playing to stay hungry. Whereas if you were getting 500,000, and I'm not saying 500,000 isn't a lot of money a year. It's a good enough amount of money to where you can carve out a good life. And all we're paying you to do is to stay in shape and be ready just in case you get called, right? But your 15th man on the bench now is probably getting $4 or $5 million, and he's scoring 2 points a game, right? And
if he getting playing time,
right? If he's getting playing time, I mean, your lowest seeded person on the bench, your number 15 in the rotation, is getting more than $1 million easily. It don't even matter what the hell the rookie contract is; he's getting more than $1 million easily, right? So, I don't think there's anything we can do for these players to compete harder. And I fucking love PK Subban. For most of you out there that don't know who that is, he's one of the great hockey players, especially one of the great black hockey players. And if you don't do your homework, you should go do your homework. He's right. He's 100% right. Where is your pride? Where is your level of competitiveness? Where is your level saying, I'm going to beat the player across from me? And that's what this generation likes. It's like, I go off, you go off. I go off, you go off. I go off, you go off.
And
Kobe
you know what I
would
blame?
never score 55 points and celebrate if the person across from him scored more than 25, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely wild to me how much they don't care about defense, how much they don't care about stopping the next person. And Moo, the bottom line is there's nothing as fans we can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. Give this nigga an open lane to go dunk. That's what we saw last year in the All-Star game. This year in the All-Star game, we saw a lot of games being played, not a lot of good games either. I don't. He's right. He's absolutely right. We're paying you millions of dollars, and bro, I work an everyday job. If my back hurts, guess what I got to do?
Go to work.
Go to work.
Go to work.
I have arthritis and a limp, and if my ankle hurts, guess what I got to do?
Go to work.
But because you pay millions of dollars and your back is sore, and you're like, I'm not gonna go to work today, but you still get paid. That's not how it works in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know how? You want to know how to solve all this shit? Get rid of guarantee contracts. You get paid for play. You get paid by playing. Pay for play. You get this much per game. If you don't play this game, you're not getting it. And you can't do shit about it. Sit your ass there and shut up. Pay for play needs to be the way the NBA goes from now on. Absolutely. And y'all know how it is. You could cut somebody mid-season in the NFL and not owe them no money because you cut them. They could have 5 years left on the contract and you can cut them. The NBA needs to go back to doing that. If I sign you to a 5-year, $250 million deal, and obviously it's a two-way sword, obviously. I'm saying if you actually get hurt and we're like, nope, we're not going to pay you, we're going to cut you. Okay, I understand why a guarantee contracts are guarantee contracts, right? But on the flip side, that shit normally doesn't happen. And everybody keeps pointing to Derrick Rose. That's one occurrence since 2009. We're now in 2024. It's 2009, 2019. That's 15 years. That's a 15-year gap, right? And it's only happened basically to one superstar, which was Derrick Rose. I'm over it, man. The way the NBA fixes this is stop giving guarantee contracts. If you sit out, you don't get paid. You want to load manage, you don't get paid. If you want to sit out 10 games, it's like, oh, this is for load management. Well, guess what? For 10 games, you don't get paid. See how much of the motherfuckers jump up and start to play.
I agree. But I think, and I'm going to add something to what he just said because he's completely right. I'm going to add something to what he just said. And I'm taking this from Michael Jordan when he did the Oprah show some years ago. Back in the day, players got paid for what they did on the court. Now players are being paid on potential. When they get drafted, they get paid. We need to stop that bullshit. We need to make sure we prove these players have to prove themselves before they get these big, humongous contracts. Because if you come right in the league and get these big, humongous contracts, you get a Zion Williamson.
Ben Simmons.
Yep.
Could you imagine
how long Ben Simmons has been in the league and has yet to develop a jumper?
But could you imagine back in the day, Grant Hill comes in and gets hurt, right? After a year or two,
right? And
he doesn't get paid because he's not playing, and he had a big contract. Same thing with Hardaway. And I'm not saying, like, I feel like if these dudes are legitimately hurt, the contract should kind of be guaranteed, right?
True.
Like Penny tore his ACL. We know that that's a diagnosis that the doctor gave. But on the flip side, you got Kawhi Leonard. If you're clear to play, my dude, you're clear to play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Amen. Stop this paying on potential bull crap. Make these players prove
well, my hand don't feel exactly right yet, so I'm gonna sit out another 10 games, but I'm gonna get paid for it. No. Absolutely the fuck not. No, you don't need to get paid for it. Ben Simmons, Kawhi Leonard, Those are the biggest culprits, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Ben Simmons said, "My back hurt." Oh, you ain't getting paid for that, buddy.
He said his
Not
back
getting
hurt
paid.
and he was depressed. I never
Yeah, I'm
forget
depressed.
I'm battling mental health.
Hey, Moo, he pulled a Shawn Michaels. I done lost my smile.
that. I lost
on,
my
man.
smile.
Come on,
Let
man.
Ben Simmons walk into my team and be like, I done lost my confidence and I got mental health issues. I got to regain it back. All right, and while you're on that track of mental health issues not regaining it back, you ain't getting paid for a motherfucking game. See how fast Ben Simmons come back.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
please see how fast Ben
Exactly.
Simmons come back.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah, he'll be back tomorrow.
Yep.
We are to the point in basketball now where they need incentive contracts. Like, okay, your average for your whole career is 7.5. You make 7.5 points per game or more, you get X amount of dollars for that game. Your contract is from this up to this. All that matters is this is your lowest because this is you not producing, and this is your highest because you are producing every day. Here's your tiers. This much for this much, this much for this much, this much for this much. These NBA people writing contracts got to get creative.
You can say the
Because
same thing
if
in
they
all-
don't,
you
they're
can
just
say the
losing money.
You can say the same thing in all sports.
Yeah. Honestly,
You really could.
Well, not football. Football's not a guaranteed contract. At the end of the season, I can cut you
true.
and don't owe you
True,
no
that's true.
more money.
That's true.
You
That's
Because
all
in the
it
middle of the
does,
season, I don't owe you shit.
all it does is kind of gets my salary cap
Right.
until somebody
Mhm.
picks you up. It's
Right.
dead money. But if the NBA adopted that and be like, "Oh, it's dead money. We cut you. We don't owe you no more money." How many
Mhm.
plays you think gonna show the fuck up every day and actually play
Mhm.
basketball?
You goddamn day, bro. They gonna be there every day.
One-
ready to
Be right
work.
up in there.
One
Every
of the
day.
biggest problems from Philadelphia is they cut Ben Simmons and no one would pick him up. So eventually they had to trade him to make sure Ben Simmons got off the books. Had Ben Simmons not been to a guaranteed contract and got cut after 3 years, well, he would have got cut and he wasn't getting paid for the next 2 years when he wasn't playing.
Right.
Because y'all gotta think to just end it off like this and just put it in perspective, right? Luol Deng hasn't played basketball for what?
Still getting paid.
Like he hasn't played basketball for almost 10 years.
Okay, wait, but Luol Deng is the product of a restructure,
True.
not necessarily the product of a guaranteed contract.
That's true.
He-
They did
he's
restructure
true.
his contract. That's true. That's
so
true.
he's product
That's true.
product of a restructure to where the Lakers pay over time.
Mm-hmm. And that's the fucked up part about it, because if they didn't have the whole that whole guaranteed thing, as soon as Luol Deng is out the door, bow. I don't got
He
paid
done.
But okay, but Luol Deng on the other hand did play out his 4 years of his contract.
True, he did.
He
That is
did.
true. That is
Was
true.
he worth the money all 4 years?
Hell
Absolutely
no.
not.
There
But
you go.
he did show up and he did play every day, and he did fulfill his 4 years of the contract, and they spread it out over 10 years or whatever it was. So
Mhm.
the Luol Deng thing I have no problem with. He
Mark.
knew at the end of his career, it's like, look, I'm not worth the money no more. I don't want to handicap y'all. Just give me $2 million a year for however long for the last 10 million of my contract.
No, what we all need to get is that Bobby Bonilla that's that Bobby Bonilla contract. That's what we need to get. That's what we all need
Or
to
that
get.
Chandler
We
Parsons
all
contract.
need to get that doggone it. How
Or
the
that Chandler
hell?
Parsons contract.
Yeah.
He's
I
another
always
one
say
that should have been
Chandler
cut
Parsons.
and not had to pay another fucking dollar for.
Yep.
I always say Chandler Parsons pulled off the biggest heist in NBA history, bro.
Dallas.
Biggest heist in NBA history, bro.
Yep.
Did he though?
And now he on TV stealing more money because he ain't very good.
I mean, bro, did they paid him a grip, dog, and
Mm-hmm.
man's been. When I'm talking about, you had to damn near put
I
an
would-
ATV out for my boy.
I would just like to remind y'all, people like Christian would exist.
Him too.
Yep.
People like Ben Simmons exist.
You know, I'm just
Hey,
like,
let me ask y'all this real quick while you.
I'm not gonna put Derrick Rose on that list though, because
Let me
Derrick
ask y'all,
Rose.
hell no, you can't put D Rose on that list. Let me ask y'all a question. If Ty Lue get anything out of Ben Simmons, I think you need to double his contract. If you get anything out of
Nah,
Ben Simmons,
dog.
you need
Nah.
to double that contract. Because good
Nah.
Lord,
He got shit out of Russell Westbrook last year.
he
So
Double
know
that
what?
contract. You get anything out of Ben. Double it.
You know what? Moo and Willie.
Double it.
Let's do this real quick, and I want both of y'all to take a back seat and let me take over. I've never took over PBT, but tonight I'm going to
Go ahead.
sit back and take a back seat because I got something to say and I got something that y'all want to respond to. Let's talk about the mid-season awards. I've been waiting for this all day. Let's go. If the season ended today, who would be your coach of the year? You ain't even got to explain. Just pick it.
What's his name? God damn it. I think I would probably go Kenny.
Go who? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Probably go Kenny Atkinson.
Kenny
Yeah,
Atkinson.
I'm about to say that too. Yeah.
I am also going Kenny Atkinson because OKC started wire to wire and they haven't let up yet. Which you come back with the same team with a couple of different pieces and you post an even better record than you did last year as the number 1 seed, and your team is absolutely balling out of control. So I'm going Kenny Atkinson too. Second place, I'd probably go Udoka because Udoka has the Rockets going absolutely insane. They're in the top 4. They have home court advantage if the playoffs started today.
I would say, Atkinson or Daignault, because Daignault he got them young bulls playing basketball.
My bad. Udoka. I said the wrong name. Udoka. Ime Udoka.
So, but okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. I like that question. Okay, I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm with it. Let's go.
What you got?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with executive of the year.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know this is a hard one because you really got to weigh everything.
Hold on. I'm gonna get his name in just a second. Just a second. Oh wow. That's why. Yeah. Give me Anthony Parker from Orlando.
Give me Rob Pelinka for that theft. That's a theft. That's a theft against the law. That should have street clothes.
Rob Pelinka, huh?
Street clothes for generational talent like Luka. Now I know the offense has to take some time to gel and all that other good stuff. I understand that point. But Luka's a generational talent for street clothes. He hurt now.
That's funny.
Okay.
Willie, that's funny because I'm going with Nico Harrison.
Damn.
Because because people are going to say otherwise. And I fuck with your pick. I absolutely do. I'm not going to lie to you. Your pick is fantastic. But could you imagine the Dallas Mavericks getting to the conference finals right now, and they are a complete team? You got Lively, Gafford, Davis, Washington, Kyrie, Clay. Is it LeVert? LeVert, right? It's
Dinwiddie from Brooklyn.
Dinwiddie.
Yeah,
Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
Dinwiddie. This team is stacked, and if they are healthy and they go to they get to the conference finals or the finals at least, he's going to be considered again because they just came off of a conference finals, and then they trade their best player and go back to the conference finals and the NBA finals. They're going to look at that for executive of the year because you trading away your franchise player and getting a player to complement your other franchise player that you didn't trade and getting that far is gonna make a big difference.
I just like the fact that the Lakers set
That's a fair
themselves
point.
I just like the fact that the Lakers set themselves up for the future because you know LeBron ain't got too much longer.
I'm definitely not mad at you picking Rob Pelinka. Absolutely not.
That's why I like that move because it puts the Lakers in a good position. Now you got to take advantage of it, but I think it puts them in a good position because LeBron, what we giving him 2 more years?
I'd say at most 3.
Yeah,
man, most 3.
2, 3. Yeah.
Here's
be there forever. So
here's one everybody's been divided on: most improved player.
That one is going to be interesting.
that's tough.
Let me see. Who's having a better year this year that they didn't have last year?
Part of my problem with the most improved player is both of the previous two winners are having better years this year.
You wouldn't say
Nope.
Cade Cunningham? You wouldn't say Cade Cunningham?
No, I'm not gonna say Cade Cunningham. Absolutely not.
Oh no. Oh.
Just going off the eye test, I wouldn't. But if I run the numbers, if I run the numbers, let me.
Because I like Cade Cunningham. I love Cade Cunningham. Norman Powell, you can make a case for.
I'm definitely going with the Storm and Norman.
You can definitely make a case for Norman Powell.
You
Should have been
can
All-Star, but because of that bullshit LeBron did, he wouldn't.
Okay, so Cade Cunningham has improved in he's playing the same amount of minutes. So he's improved in scoring by 1.25, field goal percentage by 0.15, 3-pointers 0.3, 3-point attempts. He's taking more 3-point attempts, but he's shooting a lower percentage. 2-pointers and 2-point attempts. He's pretty much taking the same and making the same. He is shooting 50% from 2-point attempts this year, but like it's not a significant jump to where he should be considered for most improved player. But Norman, on the other hand, has gone from the second or third player to number one, and his numbers have jumped increasingly. So I would say Norman Powell. Moo?
Yeah, that's where I'm going with. Like I say, he should have been an All-Star if he went for that bullshit LeBron pool.
If LeBron would have done it right, Norman Powell would have been there.
Yep. I agree.
I'm kind of torn with this one because I have three people in mind right now.
Hey, by the way, shout out Peyton Pritchard. So yeah,
for sure, because a lot of people don't know his work ethic, especially in the offseason, unmatched, bro. Like, bro is really like that. But I got three names right now. I got Norman Powell. I got Trey Murphy.
Ooh.
And I got Evan Mobley. Now, my honorable mention is Amin Thompson from Houston. Because if you watch him from last year to what he was doing this year, the Thompson twins, my boys from Oakland, yeah, they balling right now. But I do think because of youth, they probably won't get the nod. But I'm not gonna lie to you. If he finishes off the end of the later half of the season, how he been playing, brother, he might sneak up and grab that. But I'm gonna lean more towards Evan Mobley because his defensive ability and him being able to score not only on the outside not only on the inside but the mid range has really propelled the Cavs to a better defensive team, which is why they're doing a lot better and why they're holding the spot that they hold as of right now.
Not gonna lie, Cleveland's GM definitely deserves some praise too for the midseason trade that he made too for GM of the year. So yeah,
he does. I don't argue with that at all.
Christian Braun is my honorable mention from the Nuggets.
That's a good pick.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. That's a good
now,
one.
Can I ask y'all a question? And I know it's crazy to say this because this guy is an all NBA player. He's one of the best players to ever do it. Things like that. But could Russell Westbrook actually win most improved player? Responding from the way he played last year in the Clippers to the way he's playing this year with the Nuggets.
That would be interesting.
Because they are already, I think it was like plus 25 or whatever overall compared to last year with Westbrook playing. They're better with Westbrook playing over Jamal Murray and Jamal Murray coming off the bench. And Jamal Murray is an all-star and a good player. So how do you quantify most improved player? And should Westbrook actually be considered for most improved player? Because he had to change his whole game to play with Jokic.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I ain't mad at that at all.
And they're way better with Westbrook starting over Jokic.
I would take that to the bank. I'm not mad at that at all. I would take that to the bank tomorrow. Westbrook win most improved player. I ain't got no problem with it
neither.
Not even gonna lie to you. That's a good case.
Okay. So let's get to the nitty gritty. Unfortunately, y'all saw today Wembayama is out for the rest of the year with a shoulder injury, which sucks for Chris Paul because I thought they could actually make a really good run in trying to get to the Western Conference Finals and the Finals.
Mm-hmm.
So because he missed so many games, who would you say now is a defensive player of the year? Because I think everybody agreed it was Wembayama for a while.
Defensive player of the year.
And I'm going with Evan Mobley, by the way. So
I like that pick. I like that pick
too.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like that pick. If it's not Ev, I think because damn, bro, that's not even. It's crazy because Vic really fucked it up, bro. Because he damn near had it in the back. If it's not Ev. What about the Dortcher chamber, man? What about Luke Dortz?
Okay, so to be fair, right? I am on the Ringer right now, and the Ringer has Luke Dort coming up second on DPOY.
That's not bad. That's not bad odds.
I'm going a different route. What about Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Jaren Jackson Jr. has already won. I don't think he's been as good as he was his season when he won it either. That's the only reason why I wouldn't give it to Jaren Jackson Jr. He's not as good as he was the season he won DPOI.
I think that's fair.
Although I do think he should be in the running for most improved player because of his offense. I do believe that.
I also think that's fair as well. Yeah, I also think that's fair as well. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like that DJ Michael B. Yeah, go ahead and cook us up with something, man. I like that a lot.
Yeah, you know, if I gotta cook, I'm gonna cook.
Yeah. Hey, you had the cast iron hot today. You know what I mean? I appreciate that.
Would you say Jalen Williams? Would you say Jalen Williams was a dark horse?
I would.
Yes.
I'm not mad at that at all. I would. Actually, I very much so would. I'm not gonna lie. I like those odds. Those odds.
I got a controversial one for y'all though, because I think this is going to be the most controversial. Rookie of the year.
Ooh, damn.
The leaders right now is Jalen Wells.
Yeah.
Jalen Wells of the Memphis Grizzlies. He's been balling out of control.
Yeah.
Stephon Castle.
Really,
I mean,
good.
When you look at it, I think it's between Jalen Wells and Stephon Castle, but you got Yves Missy and Alex Starr too. But I think it's between those two of Jalen Wells and Stephon Castle. And if I had to choose, I would probably go Stephon Castle.
Yeah,
I'm leaning more towards
Stephon Starr like that. I'm not feeling Star like that.
I'm leaning more towards Stephon. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He's just watching him today. After watching him today, he's got it. He's got that it factor. I'm not gonna lie.
Stephon is the GOAT, bro. He is going to be a multiple time All-Star. He's going to be he has the potential to do great things. I think he'll be a multiple time All-Star and he'll probably go to the Hall of Fame.
Agreed.
Because it's so easy to make the Hall of Fame in basketball. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Because we got to remember, it's the Basketball Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Right. So you get to throw in your college accomplishments too.
Yep.
So here we go. This is one that is very subjective, and I know it's very subjective because by the way, for most improved player, they got Jalen Johnson, Tyler Hero, and Ty Jerome. I don't think Tyler Hero should be considered because I don't think he got better. I don't think he's gotten better. But this is one of the tougher ones because this category is totally subjective, and it is clutch player of the year.
Damn.
And I don't think anybody has so far this year stood out for clutch player of the year.
Not anybody that's like, I wouldn't say anybody that's like a super standout.
Right.
That's tough. That is tough.
So what they have right now is SGA winning, and then the people who are left is Nikola Jokic, Darius Garland, and Trae Young. Those are the top 3 or 4. So
I'll say Trae. Say, give me Trae.
I gotta show Trae. Yeah, I gotta show Trae some love. I'll go
Yeah.
with Trae.
I gotta show Trae some love, man. Give me Trae.
Show Trae some. I talk enough trash about him. I gotta give him some love.
I like a villain. I'm also going Trae. I don't think he'll win it just because SGA has also been playing lights out in the last couple of minutes of games. But now we're on to the meat and potatoes of thing, right? MVP. And I'm pretty sure we're all going to agree on who the MVP is this year. Starting with you, Mulich, who is the MVP for the season?
There's only one answer for me right now. His name is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
William.
SGA.
I am going LeBron. No, I'm just joking. SGA. I don't even think there is. I mean, you can put Luka there if the Lakers make a good run in the playoffs. You could probably put Luka there, or if Dallas flips and makes a really good run and pops up to number 1 and number 2, you could probably make a good case for Anthony Davis. But as of right now and going forward and predicting how the season's going to go, if SGA doesn't win MVP, what the fuck are we talking about here?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. In terms of AD, don't you have to play a certain amount of games to even
you do.
qualify for
You
the
do.
MVP?
You do.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Street
man.
clothes ain't gonna get it just for that.
Don't call that man street clothes no more, man.
Street
Oh
clothes.
my gosh, he owned my boy line today. Hey, I
Street
feel
clothes,
it.
No.
baby.
I think Anthony Davis, no, he has enough games right now to be qualified because he qualified for the All-Star game.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
that's a good.
Yeah, he still has enough games right now to qualify for the All-Star game, which means he has enough games to qualify for MVP. But he will be out for a couple of weeks, and I think because he will be out for a couple of weeks, he will not be able to play. Same thing with Victor, man. With Victor being injured after this might be Chris Paul's last year as a borderline all-star going forward, and you to get hurt, and then De'Aaron Fox not making it to the playoffs, but he's probably going to show out with Chris Paul in the playoffs. It sucks, man. It absolutely sucks.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I did think the Spurs team could make some noise after getting DeAndre Fox and having Chris Paul, and then you got Victor. So it sucks.
You got the young, you got the young rookie who's been balling. Yeah, no, I definitely think it sucks.
It does.
It definitely sucks. Yeah, but like I said, I like that line of questioning, Micah. We were supposed to actually go through that on basket on Monday, but
They'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll be all right. I'm glad we saved it for today anyway.
They should have done it on this past Monday. Y'all should have done it this past Monday.
Hey,
because the All-Star game is now over, and that's the midseason point.
The midseason point.
Yep.
But you guys know what time it is. We have been here it's actually been a really long show, really dope show. You know what I'm saying? One of our longest that we've been in a while. So I'm saying really glad we got to have some really nice conversation about some different things today. So we're going to get these final thoughts. Starting with my boy Willie. Go ahead, take us away, big dog.
Fuck Taylor Swift. Fuck Rob Manfred. Fuck Jared Krause. Fuck Jared Reinsdorf. Check me out on Mondays. The Sports
Michael
Report
Jordan would agree.
Check me out on the Sports Report podcast this Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Wire Sports. We're going to be talking some NBA. Also going to bring up some Major League Baseball as we get closer and closer to the season. And then you can find me over on the morning show, Wire Sports, 9 a.m. Eastern on Wednesdays and Thursdays, me and my boy Mo. Then on Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, you find me right here, PVT, from the sidelines. And then on Saturday night, you'll catch me over on ESEN, Elite Sports and Entertainment Network, Geek Gauntlet Podcast, 10 p.m. Eastern. We cover everything from comics, gaming, anime, and so forth. So check me out on those shows right there.
Go ahead, DJ. Take us away, big dog.
Well, you already know, man. I love being on PVT. I think Moo would agree with me. Me coming, I think Willie would too. Me coming over to PVT was probably one of the best things that I could do from the sideline podcast review right now, because the chemistry here is unmatched. It is great. It is as great as Gentleman's Talk is. Willie slid into Gentleman's Talk last night and blended in perfectly. If you haven't seen the interview for Willie, you need to go watch it going forward. Tomorrow, best damn football show, period, where they talk that ish on Inside the Huddle. You never know who will pop up. You know, I mean, I might just, I might have to come on and cook Mel real quick, because I don't ever try to cook Moo.
I need to pop up over there.
I need both. Stop playing.
I don't ever try to cook Moo, because Moo is normally right, especially when it came to DB versus CB WR, because Mel had his own. Anyway, going forward, y'all already know Saturday we do have the award ceremony here in Baytown. We will be live on location. GT will be live on location. We will do that. Live interviews of winners. I will be DJing. You'll get a live of me DJing, because some of y'all don't think I can DJ, and I absolutely can. And it's time to prove my work to the world and show y'all what's up. Monday, we got Bastard the Bastard. You got Moo. You got Troy. You got Boo Wop. Tuesday, matter of fact, no, Monday night, you got Willie Sports Report Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
You got Sports Report Monday night right after Bastard the Bastard starting at 9. Tuesdays, I think Willie, you got some on Tuesdays, right?
Tuesdays I'm off, but Wednesdays
okay.
But Wednesday morning and Thursday morning I'm over on Wire Sports doing Coffee and Sports in the morning, hosting over there those 2 days.
There you go. So make sure you tune in that. Obviously, Wednesday night you got Gentleman's Talk, and then Thursday next week you're right back here with the greatest trio in the game right now. You got PVT, and you know how I said Moo's the P, I'm the V, Willie's the T, and that is an ode to Boo Wop, because Boo Wop does not like us for doing 1v1. But hey, he'll be all right. And I'm going to kick it to Moo for the final thoughts on your side, brother.
Hey, man, y'all heard what my fellas to the left and or right, however you guys looking, said, okay? Go tap in with my boy Willie with all his shows. Go tap in with From the Sideline with all the rest of our shows throughout the rest of the week, especially tomorrow, because me and Mel going to be talking that ish. Saturday, do not miss the Geek Gauntlet podcast. Like we said, all things. If you're like the nerd talk that we did at the beginning of the show, make sure you tap in with that podcast. It's some really dope
stuff.
Moo.
Hey, Moo. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just have to say it. Best damn football show on the internet, period.
You heard what Mr. Molly said, man.
I got to go over there one day.
So
you do.
Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep commenting. We can keep bringing y'all this dope ass content every single time. So make sure you guys keep rocking with us, and we're gonna keep rocking with y'all. Without further ado, we're gonna see y'all next week. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Laters.
Girl, you rockin' like